Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, anime Vanguards is actually in trouble right now. And before you start questioning, no, it has very little to do with the actual gameplay itself. So anyone with pitchforks demanding my execution, relax, it's a good game. In my opinion, it's the best goddamn anime tower defense on Roblox at the time I'm recording this. Speaking of, update 1 should be up by the time this video is uploaded, or maybe not, who knows. But the problem here is less about the actual gameplay itself and more about the devs and the lack of communication. Also, the goddamn testers? Oh lord, may as well fire them, because allegedly, some are useless. Most of you watching this video right now will know that I'm talking about their constant delays. Bro, this shit has been delaying so often since the release and every major update. People have started calling it delay guards. The release of this game was a whole shambles. When the time had come for the game to be open to the public, radio silence. The channels were flooded with members tweaking, wondering where the game was, until they released it a couple hours later without saying anything about the issues they were having with the game. But at least the game was finally out. It was all sunshine and rainbows, until it happened again. The trailer for update 0.5 had dropped, and as said, there was nothing wrong with the update. It added some good challenging content like the Egress boss event and raids. The issue comes with communication yet again. No one said anything for hours until one of the owners said that the game was shutting down for a short maintenance. Now, I live in the damn UK. The update didn't come out until like 2 AM. I understand sometimes not everything goes to plan, but why is it so hard to properly communicate with the community? Fast forward now to the present. Unfortunately, update 1 got delayed a bit because one of the devs got into controversy and it slowed down the development process. Though it was said that they were completely on track to get the update out on the actual release date. Remember that. 2 days passed and the trailer for update 1 came out along with the release date. Everything was looking good at this time. The release date was announced. It was made known that the update would be released on time. So what could possibly go wrong? Sigh. The day the update was meant to drop, Roblox servers got booted offline for a bit, and later one of their assets was falsely moderated, which led to the tester server getting shut down. All because of a cat meme, by the way. The community went berserk again, and understandably so, because they've dealt with this 2 times already. Though we should cut the devs a little bit of slack because they couldn't have anticipated Roblox going down or the Fugazi moderation system shutting down their server. But moving on. Eventually, all the channels on the server got locked because everyone was just asking the same question. Where's the update? I know it wouldn't stop everyone, but explaining what was going on would help reduce this issue. Just saying. The next day it was announced that update 1 would be delayed. Oh, whoop-de-doo, what a surprise, am I right? It was said that they were still on track for the update to release. I might even release early. So it was meant to come out on the 21st, right? You poor soul. One of the owners said they ran into 2 serious bugs just before release and now they need more time for the update. Now, this begs the question. Were the testers on holiday by the beach with their feet kicked up sipping from a coconut? Cause how did they not discover these bugs before if everything was on track? But who knows? Now, I'm not a game developer. I don't know much about the process behind game development, but I can reasonably assume it's no easy task. We just want some communication. Listen, Anime Reborn is coming out soon and will be the next competitor in the anime tower defense scene. If the delays and communication issues continue, people are just, gonna get tired of it and move on to the next game. Alright, hey Gemini, chat to these man.
Wagwan people, it's a Gemini X9 here, and I'm dropping in to add some information on the subject as well as go through this rather promising message from the developers. Now this video is about the management of the game rather than the gameplay itself, but the gameplay is relevant to this next issue. Vanguards as a game is one that encourages macro and AFK farming, and according to the devs, I've just committed the blasphemous sin of spitting facts. If you've watched any of Nagblox's recent Vanguards videos, you will have heard him mock this issue because quite frankly it's ridiculous. People are deadass being banished from the Discord for mentioning macro and AFK farm when the game requires so much of it if you have a fucking life. The devs have said they wanted to fix the macro issue by rolling out more fun and challenging content, but this update doesn't really have that. Don't get me wrong, I like these new gameplay features and way of obtaining units, but this is not enough for everyone to put down Tiny Task. Gojo is a very time-consuming unit to evolve. You need 20 Sukuna fingers, and the only way to get these is by doing the new Infinite. Sukuna has a chance to spawn every 5 or 10 waves, I believe, and one time I checked the update log to see they actually decreased his spawn rate. I understand that they're trying to add hard to obtain units so that we're occupied until the next update, but after seeing this, do you really think I'm not going to want a macro? Because bitch, I want a macro even more! There needs to be a balance between grinding that feels rewarding and content that's fun, but as it stands, Macro Guards is a game that encourages 10 minutes of recording and 8 hours of sleeping with your PC on, but don't mention that or you'll get treated like a journalist in Iraq. To me, it's more than obvious that the devs are afraid of 2 things, backlash and idea theft. I guess the idea theft aspect is a bit off topic since it leans more into a show us what you're adding to the game instead of 2 random images and a trailer a day before the update drops issue. I could have just said a hype issue, but anyway. Showing the full process behind game development isn't really a thing that developers do, and I apologize if I sound like a wallad, but this isn't a AAA game, this is Roblox. I'm sure you can let us in on a tiny bit more instead of posting esoteric dross in the chats when the update countdown is in the negative. negative, the update isn't out nor is there an official delay message, but allow me to cease the chat and talk about this message that was sent. Essentially, the update took so long because of the quality of the content, and I absolutely understand. If you've been paying attention to these models, you'll see just the amount of effort that went into all the small details, as well as the general mechanics being fresh and definitely difficult to code. It's a respectable effort. They also hired some developers in the middle of this update, which is an organization failure waiting to happen. Though the devs have acknowledged the issues and are trying to do better. Delivering content that isn't buggy and rushed is very important, but the more time you spend on an update, the more the devs feel like they need to add in order to make the update feel worth it. This is called feature creep, and as a Geometry Dash fan who had to wait 6 years for an update, I saw this effect live over the course of many years. I just really hope things improve from here, because if the game continues to see delays and communication issues like this, it's really going to struggle in the near future.
Everything aside, I've really been enjoying this game solo and with friends. All I ask of is more consistency in both communication and development department from the devs. Anyways, that's it for me. I just wanted to ramble about this a little bit. This is also my first video on the channel, and I do plan to make more contents around Roblox and other games, but due to college, my next upload may not be for a while. Anyways, a like and sub will be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching.